Good afternoon, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Beto Duran, here in Fresno, California, Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino to be exact. It's the final press conference as we get ready for our main event on Saturday that features Jose Ramirez making his Golden Boy debut against Rances Barthelemy, and then Vergil Ortiz Jr., the co-feature, against Thomas Dulorme. All right, we're going to talk to all the fighters that you'll see on the dais right now later on. The main event, of course, is Jose Ramirez against Barthelemy, a 12-round super lightweight fight. And the co-feature, of course, Vergil Ortiz, whose perfect undefeated record goes against Thomas Dulorme in a 12-round super welterweight bout. The event is sponsored by Corona Premier, exceptional light beer. It's fight night. Lighten it up. Corona Premier, Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino, and Bet Online. It's presented by Golden Boy Promotions in association with TGB Promotions and will take place this weekend, Saturday, April 27th, worldwide on DAZN from Save Mart Center in Fresno, California, on the campus of Fresno State. Limited tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com. If you know anything about Jose Ramirez in Fresno, hurry up and get your tickets. Do not wait until fight night. Right now, I want to say thank you to all the Golden Boy staff that's here in attendance, COO Rob Gaspari, CFO Marco Palayo, and everybody that's here with us putting on a great show. It's been a busy couple weeks for the Golden Boy staff, especially PR Director Jane Murcia putting it all together, because last week you saw the Golden Boy staff running around from Manhattan to Brooklyn and Ryan Garcia's victory here in Fresno, putting on a great show for you. All right, right now let's kick off things as we're joined by the chairman and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions from a remote locations, the one and only, the Hall of Famer, the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya.
Thank you, Beto. First of all, I want to apologize to everyone in Fresno that I couldn't be there for the press conference. I will be there at the fight Saturday night. Had to take care of a few personal matters, but I'm really looking forward to this card Saturday night. Starting with the women's flyweight division, championship will be a barn burner. We have Oscar Duarte, we have JoJo Diaz, and what can I say about Vergil Ortiz? 20-0, 20 knockouts. He's knocking on the door for championship gold. And then your very own Jose Ramirez. To all the farm workers, thank you very much for what you do. It's greatly appreciated. Jose Ramirez, you have done wonders for your community. I applaud you and we thank you, and we will see you Saturday night live on DAZN. Let's go, Golden Boy.
Big round of applause. We have three Olympians from the 2012, Marlen, Esparza, Jose Ramirez, and JoJo Diaz. To get to the Olympic level, round of applause for them right now. It's pretty cool for you guys to chase your dream to get there, but now they're professionals ready to put on the show Saturday on DAZN. Right now, I'd like to kick things off as we're joined at the podium by the president of the Nice Farmer League, Manuel Cunha.
Thank you very much. Again, Manuel Cunha, President of Nice Farmers League. Also the Vice President, Luis Ramirez. Where are you at? Raise your hands. Somewhere in the back, okay? He is the Vice President. Also, I want to recognize, Jose, your family, Marcel, and your three beautiful children. I also want to recognize, for Jose to get here, it took some special people. I want to recognize Jose's father. Carlos, would you raise your hand? And his wife and Jose's mom, Juanita, along with his brothers and sister, and also their families. So again, thank you, Jose, very much. Also, I want to thank Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy for the great opportunity of having Jose be part of his team in 24, and we look for the future. Myself and Luis and Carlos and Rick Mirigian are part of his team. And you're probably saying, God, what's this older guy doing on Jose's team? Well, he's kind of sort of the person that kind of wants to make sure sometimes the political world is correct, but also that what we bring from the farm and the farmers. with our relationship from our organization. So we bring a lot. And Jose, when he first started in 2013, when we got a phone call about water, we were drying up in this valley in this state. So Jose calls one day, we were on KMJ. Next thing you know, California Latino Water Coalition, Mario Santayo, myself, and Jose appear on KMJ. And so here he fights for real causes that are happening for our communities. Water, healthcare, of making sure healthcare is for all, and especially the farm workers in rural communities across this state and the nation. He has fought for cancer to try to figure out how do we combat this bad disease. And one that's not very controversial, but he has fought for immigration, to achieve legal immigration for the workers that work in the fields, the people that clean the restaurants, the hotels, all of those people that have been here for the last 20, 30, 40 years. He has fought for them and continually fights for real causes and never forgets this valley. And Jose, we personally, from the farm workers, the 620,000 in this state, want to thank you. And the 46,000 farmers, ranchers, dairymen, everybody, thank you for everything you have done. And I want to thank Oscar, who has done a great job when he first came here. Some of you have seen the picture. Farm workers, our farmers and farm workers feed the world. Everybody in this audience today and listening, some farmer produced the food that you ate, and those farm workers got it to the store, got it to the restaurant. So farmers and farm workers fed everybody. I don't care where you are in the world, but the food came from the farmers, done by the farm workers. And I appreciate Oscar's comments very much. The last thing, where's Jane? Jane, raise your hand. I want to thank her very, very much from Golden Boy, and thank you very, very much. And lastly, I want to thank the entire staff of Golden Boy. Also, I have to acknowledge a young man that has gone probably with no sleep in the last 148 hours. And he's going to raise his hand. Mr. Rick Mirigian on the end down here. This young man has started, rather than drinking like coffee, he's been drinking hot milk. So just to stay awake and stuff. So Rick, on behalf of the Nisei Farmers League, the farmers and ranchers and everybody, thank you for everything you do for this valley, for the state, and appreciate you working closely and being part of and being there for Jose. So thank you very, very much, all of you.
That was Manuel Cunha, the president of the Nisei Farmer League, and he brings up Rick Mirigian. You could have just stayed up here, Manuel, and bring up Rick Mirigian, because he doesn't need introduction in Fresno. Let's go, Rick.
I've put on 11 events at that arena over the past 10 years, and I can tell you, none have had the buzz that this fight does. And the tickets show it, the media shows it, social media shows it. Where can you find these storylines? Aside from these three being Olympic teammates, they've all been world champions. You have world champions on this card. You've got the debut of a phenom in Jenna, who's sitting right next to me. National karate champion, jiu-jitsu champion, state wrestling champion, ranked #1 in USA boxing with 13 national titles. She's turning pro at home. Incredible stuff. Career-defining fights await for Jose Ramirez and Vergil Ortiz, some of the biggest in the sport, given what happened Saturday night. And probably my favorite bout of the night, and probably yours, JoJo Diaz and Oscar Duarte. Oh my God, can you imagine the action that's coming? In fact, I brought something for JoJo because he deserves it, and I know this bout is gonna warrant it, and this is someone that will fight anyone at any time, never says no to a fight, whatever life throws at him. It could be bad decisions, which we've seen 2 in a row, from judges. Keeps on pushing, never quits, never gives up. Personal issues, never quits, never gives up. To me, that's been the definition of a champion, watching him, struggle with everything, keep his head up, go to the gym and push. And I think on Saturday night, that's gonna be about to pay attention to, but I left it at the table. 1 second. I'm telling you, this hat fits, and it fits for a reason, because that bout's gonna have some action in it. That screen up there to the far right, there's a lot of boxing people in the room, a lot. Tell me you've seen that screen before in boxing on any fight at any time in the last 50 years or anything remotely close. Thank you to Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya for doing that. That's expensive real estate right there. You could buy a house in Fresno with what that centerpiece cost, and it was that important to them to make sure that the people out here that do feed the world are recognized for their services, their talents, and what they do. And that meant more to us and Jose Ramirez than anything. So we definitely wanted to, thank him for that. On Saturday night, this arena will be full. I wouldn't wait to get tickets. Ticketmaster.com, the Save Mart Center box office. You definitely want to be in the building on Saturday night. And like I said, so many storylines on this card. I mean, the writers should go crazy with all this stuff. And Jane, it was neat that Manuel did recognize you, for your work. You have done a lot. And coming off the championship rounds that you were in with Ryan Garcia and managing the PR related to that, I wish I had an extra WBC belt to give you. It was fun just watching you run around and deal with all this stuff. It was neat. And what an event they had. With that said, I'll see everybody on Saturday night. Almost forgot something very important. One of the things that Jose Ramirez has always wanted to do on each and every one of his fights here in the Central Valley is tie in Valley charities where we live. And I'd like to bring up Cadence and Gianna from the Lymphoma Society, as well as Sandy, the director at the Central Valley Boys and Girls Club. They have a few words to say to Jose for what he's done with this fight.
All right, so what do we have here besides that big check? What is this?
It is a big check indeed. Jose, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Fresno County is turning 75 years old this year, and I've been with the movement for 17 years. And I must say, you have made a positive impact on the lives of young people in the Valley between the ages of 6 to 18 years old. When I get a phone call or email from Rick, I know that you're coming in town. We get excited. Last year, you were here with Serena. You guys did a great event at the Boys and Girls Club. They're still excited. So on behalf of myself and the 14 Boys and Girls Club and the 6,000 kids that we serve every day, thank you so very much. You are making a lot of people happy this weekend and always. So thank you. And $69,000 worth of tickets were given for our kids.
Fan. She'll be in the house watching and going crazy too.
All right, that's pretty awesome. Great job, Rick, and everybody. Jose, great job for you. And Jane, I'm pretty sure Mauricio Suleiman's going to send you a special belt he's going to make for you for everything you've been doing. All right, let's get going with the fighters right now. Oh, we got more money. Oh, we got more money, Rick. Then go ahead. Ticketmaster.com, Mirigian code. Ask for him. Now what do we got, Rick? I should have known. Come to Fresno. It's going to be the Rick show. Should have known that. Love that, baby. Okay.
Lymphoma Society.
So what do we have here, young ladies?
We'll let them take it from here.
You first. Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Gianna Ruth. So first off, we would like to say that we're thrilled to be here, and we wanted to give a big thank you to Golden Boy Promotions, Mr. Mirigian, and Mr. Ramirez. We were honored to be a part of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Student Visionaries. It's a 7-week philanthropic leadership program for high school students, and it's also a competition between fundraising teams to see who can raise the most donations.
My dad, Christopher Gabriel, reached out to Mr. Mirigian on our behalf to see if he would be interested in giving a donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Without hesitation, Mr. Mirigian and Mr. Ramirez jumped on board and put together an amazing package for us to auction off at our final fundraising event. Their hearts for the Central Valley and their generosity are unmatched.
Our competition ended last Friday, and together, 13 teams of high school students raised $635,000 in only 7 weeks, thanks to the generosity of people like Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Mirigian.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mirigian and Mr. Ramirez. With good humans like you in the world, we should be able to knock out cancer in our lifetimes.
Thank you.
And why don't we see why Jose Ramirez is so important to this community in the Central Valley? Great job for everybody involved. All right, so Saturday night, live on DAZN, you'll be able to see 5 fights on DAZN, but the entire card, there'll be 8 bouts total. You'll be able to see that. Ticketmaster.com is where you want to go and get your tickets for that. One of the fighters making her pro debut from Visalia, California. Her name is Jenna Creon. She's 18 years old. Jenna, the Gem Creon. Right here, make a round of applause for Jenna. All right, Jenna. So not only are you making your pro debut, you get your first press conference. How cool is this?
This is insane. I'm super excited. You know, it just makes it even better. And of course, it's all thanks to Rick. You know, he's been helping me since I was little, and he's amazing.
All right, Jenna, when you look at the cameras, right, and the lights and all that other stuff, would you rather be up here or would you rather be in the ring?
In the ring always, but I don't mind either.
All right, how excited are you for Saturday, able to put on the gloves as a pro for the first time?
I'm so stoked, you know, not only making my pro debut in the Central Valley, something that means a lot to me, but I also get to do it on the undercard of all these amazing people up here, all these amazing fighters that I watched growing up in the sport. And so I'm excited and, you know, ready to make a statement.
Round of applause for Jenna, the Gem Creon, 18 years old. Oh. All right, opening up the DAZN broadcast will be 2016 Mexican Olympian from Tamaulipas, Mexico, trained by Freddie Roach. His name is Raul El Curiel. He was 14-0. All right, so when I met Raul a couple years ago, no English. He said, Beto, I'm going to do press conferences in English. It's important to me, and I've been watching TV. And now the Cougar is all about press conferences in English, huh?
Thank you, Beto. Thank you always, Golden Boy, for this opportunity. First of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank my manager, Frank Espinosa, my coach, Freddie Roach, everyone for Wildcard Boxing Club. Very exciting to be back in the ring, go forward for the 15-0 and defending my NABA title. Very exciting to, you know, to put on the show this Saturday.
14-0, 12 KOs. He was a fighter that, because of COVID, had to stop, some injuries, everything else. But lately, he's been knocking everybody out. How much has the transition helped you when you gone to Freddie Roach and now a different fighter?
No, Wildcard, they always stand by my side, and I'm very happy to be with the legend Freddie Roach. Now Jaime Munguia is training over there, so I'm more motivated right now. But thank God for this opportunity, and we go forward for looking for the knockout, the 10 knockout straight.
I know you want to send hello to everybody in Mexico too.
Sí, como saben, pues soy mexicano. Me gustaría también decir unas palabras en español. Le quiero dar las gracias a Frank Espinosa, a Wildcard Boxing Club, a Golden Boy, a toda la gente que me ha estado apoyando. Gracias a Dios por todo esto. Vamos con todo, a seguir el invicto y a buscar ese 10º knockout seguido. Vamos por el 15-0 y agradezco a todos por estar aquí. Nos vemos el sábado por DAZN.
You'll be opening up the DAZN broadcast. Raul El Curiel, 14-0, 12 KOs. He takes on Jorge Marlen Jr., a veteran of 26 bouts. So that'll be in the welterweight division, the first fight on DAZN. After that, the women will be going at it, a rematch. Right now, let me welcome from Argentina, Buenos Aires, Argentina. She's a Boca Juniors fan, Gabriela Alaniz, with a record of 14-1. Gabriela, ¿cómo estás? How do you feel? ¿Cómo te sientes?
Bien, la verdad que bien, muy contenta de estar acá.
I'm happy to be here. Gabriela, you've been asking for the rematch. Why? Estabas buscando la revancha. ¿Por qué?
Y bueno, porque aquella noche quedó muy claro ante la gente y ante todos los periodistas, de toda la tele, de todo el mundo del estadio, de que la pelea la gané yo. Así que bueno, vinimos a demostrar una vez más quién es la verdadera campeona.
Everybody knows that I was there that night. Every journalist, every fan, that they know that for that night, I am the real champion. ¿Piensas que ganaste esa pelea? You feel like you won that fight?
Sí, sí, tal cual. Así lo pienso, no solo yo, sino todo un estadio. Y así que bueno, vinimos a demostrarlo una vez más.
I feel like I won, just like everybody in that stadium. I'm going to show it again. Her opponent that night, 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, the first female U.S. lady to win a medal at the Olympics, current WBC, WBO Ring Magazine champion, representing Houston, Texas, with a record of 14-1, Marlen Esparza. Marlen, it's a rematch, so why did you agree to the rematch?
After winning the WBO belt, I was told by the WBO that I had to have a mandatory rematch, and I'm here to fulfill my obligations. That's all.
So is the obligation for you, did you feel like you won that fight clearly?
I am here because the WBO said that I had to have a mandatory rematch, and I'm here to fulfill my obligations.
Enough said there. She's here because she's the mandatory, and that's why you're going to see Marlen. Marlen and Esparza always in a fun fight. That'll be a good one on Saturday. You're going to have Marlen 14-1, Gabriela Alaniz 14-1. The U.S. against Argentina, WBA, WBC, ring, and WBO titles will be on the line in the flyweight division. So that'll be the second bout of the night. Then the one that a lot of people have been talking about. I don't know who the matchmaker was for this one, but everybody lined up for this. Oscar Duarte, JoJo Diaz. Right now, JoJo, grab that microphone. 2012 Olympian, former lightweight champion, representing South El Monte. He has hair now, so he's locked in. JoJo Diaz Jr. JoJo, the last couple fights we've seen you, and I've known you since you were an amateur, it hasn't been you. What's different this time?
I mean, I'm locked in, man. I'm locked in. I'm focused. First off, I want to thank, Jesus Christ for being my Lord and Savior and forgiving me for all my sins, and to continue to forgive me for my sins and to let me walk the right life. I also want to thank Rick Mirigian. I want to thank Jose Ramirez. I want to thank Fresno and, all the farmers out here, all the hardworking farmers out here. I appreciate you guys. It's an honor to come out here and, put a whooping come Saturday night. I've been training really, really hard. I'm very, very focused. Didn't lose any doubt my last fight. Just stood locked in, and I'm sticking to the script, man. Sticking to the script. I believe in, in my abilities and what I've been working on, and I also believe in Jesus Christ, and I know that this is all part of the plan.
All right, for the people who gave up on JoJo, who jumped off the JoJo bandwagon, what's your message to them?
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Just keep the distance away.
Keep the distance away. His opponent from Parral, Chihuahua, with a record of 26-2-1, 21 KOs. His last fight was against Ryan Garcia. We battled, we got stopped in the lightweight division. Representing Parral, Chihuahua, Oscar Duarte. Round of applause for Oscar.
Buen día para todos. Estoy muy contento de regresar al ring. Hice una gran preparación. Tengo un gran equipo, entonces estoy listo para este sábado. Va a ser una gran pelea. JoJo es un buen peleador, pero pues yo estoy en mi momento e hice un gran campamento, entonces nos vemos este sábado y gracias a todos por su apoyo.
I'm happy to be back in the ring. I had a good preparation. I have a good team. I'm ready, but right now it is my time. I know we're going to have a good fight on Saturday. Oscar Duarte now training with Robert Garcia. Round of applause for Robert, who's back there. And also his promoter, Pepe Gomez. Cancun Boxing, you'll see that on Saturday. That's in the lightweight division. As Mirigian even said, here, JoJo, I'm going to give you the hat. It says war. That's the kind of fight we are expecting. The co-feature, let's bring him up to the podium right now. From Grand Prairie, Texas, an undefeated record, 20-0, 20 KOs, Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. What's up, everybody? I don't got too much to say this time. We trained, we've had a really good training camp. We've had some good sparrings. I like running. I've had a lot of good miles put in. I really don't have anything to say. I usually have something to say, but I don't have anything to say. So thanks for being here. I love Fresno. I'm about to get some cup of joy after I weigh in. Probably some Castillo's enchiladas, you know what I'm saying. So thank you for being here.
And when you knock everybody out, you say you don't want to talk, I'm going to get out of your way, Virgil. I know better. All right. The main event, the man of the hour, the one we've all been waiting for. Welcome to this podium right now, Jose Ramirez.
Hello. First and foremost, I want to thank God and Jesus Christ for the blessings He's given me throughout my whole career. It's always nice to see such amazing stars. My 2012 Olympic teammates, and great fighters like Vergil Ortiz and Oscar Duarte also being on the card. It's quite an honor for me to just be a part of boxing, be a part of boxing in the Central Valley, and it's, we're thankful with all the fans, we're thankful for the supporter, the sponsors, and all the support that we gone. It's thanks to all you guys that, the networks are interested in bringing boxing back to the Central Valley. So, thank you guys for the support. I'm ready for Saturday. Honestly, my goal is to get back in top and get all those belts back. I still feel like I'm one of the best 140 pounders in the world, and it starts by making a statement on Saturday, and that's what, I was working on in the gym, and, for my coach, Robert Garcia, my manager, Rick Mirigian, my strength and conditioning coach, Charles Tremblay, my whole family, and my teammates who see me spar, who see me train, they still believe I'm one of the best 140 pounders, the best 140 pounder in the division, and I'm looking forward to, being part of the big fights, and I'm thankful with Oscar De La Hoya and the Golden Boy family for, showing interest in me, and obviously DAZN as well for getting behind me. Last time I fought in DAZN was when I unified my world titles against Maurice Zucker, and that was on the DAZN platform. So, there's something about Jose Ramirez and DAZN, that brings the best out of me. So, I'm looking forward to Saturday night, and muchas gracias a todos por el apoyo. Los espero el sábado 27 de abril. Va a ser una gran cartelera y estamos más que listos.
All right, so Saturday, live on DAZN. Of course, the main event, Jose Ramirez, the co-feature, Vergil Ortiz. Vergil, why don't you grab that microphone? We got a couple questions for you, or maybe just one. So Vergil will be taking on Thomas Dulorme. And Vergil, look, the news came out yesterday that it looks like, if everything goes right, you might have an opponent in Tim Tszyu in August. Obviously, you're a professional that always takes your opponent seriously. There's no chance you're overlooking Dulorme at all, is there?
No, there's no chance at all. If I have to get through this fight first, this is, of course, it's a big opportunity. It's only scheduled. I really don't have any information outside of that. But the information that I do know is confirmed is that I have a fight this Saturday against Thomas Dulorme. We've trained 2 hard months for this fight, and that's what I'm focused on.
All right, Vergil, last one for you. You've been in camp with Robert Garcia. You see Jose. What's that environment like?
Oh, it's a really, how do I say, competitive environment in the sense that I don't want to be outworked, and Jose makes that really hard for me not to let that happen. But Jose is a hard worker, and I love being around him. He's my favorite fighter. I'm learning off of him all the time. Right now he just showed me how to do a proper press conference on the podium. Kind of want to redo mine, but. No, it's always an honor, being in Robert's camp, especially with the best fighters in the world. So it's a good feeling.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll take me to get some enchiladas tomorrow too, man. Cause
hell yeah.
I'm hungry right now. All right, Jose, since we're all hungry right here at the casino, we see the food back there. Why did you sign with Golden Boy? You could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, when I went to go and talk to all the promoters, just the chemistry that I found with Oscar, I felt like it was going to be a good move for me and for him together, to work together, and use our, us being Hispanic and him being an Olympian like myself. He was actually my favorite fighter growing up. That's who I wanted to become. When I saw that he became a gold medalist and then became a world champion, then a promoter, that's kind of like the route that I wanted to take. So this time around, I knew, I could see that he's very involved and invested into the sport of boxing right now. So that's why that's why I made the choice to sign with them. And also the business behind it was great. I'm a businessman as well too. Besides a fighter, I got a family to take care of. So that made a lot of sense.
Rances Barthelemy is your opponent, but that 140-pound division that Oscar has, wherever you want to go up, down, whatever, he's got a lot of fighters in that division. So if everything goes right, what are we looking for later on this year?
Oh, we're looking for those, either those world championship fights against the best 140. It could be Devin Haney, it could be even Brian Garcia. It could be anybody at 140, 143, 144. I don't mind. I know Ryan Garcia doesn't want to fight 140, but I'd be more than happy to make that, move to that 145 division, 144 catchweight division. Now I've been in the 140 for a long time in my career, so it's probably time for me to make that move as well. But yeah, there's a lot of great fighters out there. But right now I'm focused on Saturday and making a statement, showing that I'm still the best out there, and I'm putting on a good show.
We will see that show on Saturday. We will have Cuba, Puerto Rico, Argentina, the United States represented. Thanks to all the fighters that were here for us. Our farmers and farm workers feed the world. You'll see that on Saturday. That'll wrap up the press conference. Remind you, tomorrow, the weigh-in, you can check it out on the Golden Boy YouTube channel. Ramirez and Barthelemy, a 12-round super lightweight fight. Ortiz Jr., Dulorme, also 12 rounds of the super welterweight. The weigh-in tomorrow is open to the public at Fresno State at Save Mart Center, where the fight will take place on Saturday. Thanks to all the fighters here, Jose Ramirez, Vergil Ortiz, Oscar Duarte, Marlen, Esparza, Raul, Curiel, JoJo, Diaz, and Jenna. And for Oscar Deloy and everybody behind the scenes, I'm Beto Duran. Make sure you follow the Golden Boy social media accounts for more behind-the-scenes coverage, and we will see you tomorrow in Fresno.